Hello everyone, welcome to our video, Self-Care During a Pandemic, where we're going to show you how to properly set up your workstation, be it at home or if you're still going into the office at your desk at the office. So this video is going to be divided into 3 parts. The first part, we're going to give you tips and advice on how to set up a healthy work environment at home or at work. In the second part, Nick is going to talk about a condition that can develop called neuralgia or nerve pain or a pinched nerve from sitting at your workstation and how self-care at the workstation is important in the long run. And finally, in the last part, we've created a PDF document that is going to show you stretches you can do at your desk during the day. So in the last part of the video, I'll show you how to set up for these stretches so that you have an example for when you choose to do them during your day. So before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook so you don't miss any of our videos or updates. Next week, we're planning on releasing a spinning video as well as an at-home workout video. So before explaining to you how to set up a healthy work environment, we just want to have a little disclaimer here. Though we have some basic knowledge in anatomy and posture and body mechanics, we're not especially trained in ergonomics. So if you have any individualized problems, please seek out a specialist for further advice. So now with that out of the way, you're going to see a picture above my shoulder here. This is the 90-degree rule. So essentially to set up a good working space at home, you want to remember 90 degrees. So you're going to have your feet planted on the ground or on a rest if you have one at home. Your knees are going to be bent at 90 degrees, your hips at 90 degrees, and your elbows at 90 degrees. And most importantly, the screen is going to be right at eye level. So you can follow the image if you want a clear example of how to set that up. Also important tips to remember, of course, like always, stay hydrated. And if you can, to try to get up and just move or stretch at least once every hour. Okay, so next up, Nick is going to talk about a condition that can develop over a medium to long period of time called neuralgia. This can happen when you have poor posture or maybe a bad work setup at home or at the office. So over to you now, Nick.
Thanks, Hallie, and hi everyone. I wanted to take the time to talk to you a bit more about this condition because it's likely that we all in the past have had some sore shoulders or back, but in the long run, after years of imbalances, those can cause some serious problems, and when they show up, it's generally too late or at least very painful. With this little segment, we're hoping to help you understand neuralgia to be able to prevent it in the future, of course. So what is neuralgia? Neuralgia is a stabbing, burning, and often severe pain due to an irritated or damaged nerve. Neuralgia can be triggered by several things, but we're going to focus on compressed nerve as a cause for today. Given that we're talking about compressed nerve, a little disclaimer, it's important to keep in mind that if the pain is too intense or too persistent, to go see a doctor as soon as possible. In this segment, I will present you the 3 most common neuralgia that I see in my massage therapy practice, which are migraines due to a compressed nerve in the neck, neuralgia from the shoulder to the forearm due to a compressed nerve in the neck or shoulder or forearm, and last but not least, sciatica due to a compressed nerve in the lumbar glutes area. First, migraines. A bad workplace posture implies the trunk rolling forward, erasing then the lumbar lordosis and increasing the cervical one. The bottom of the skull and the top of the spine being so compressed, it may compress some cranial nerves, which, depending if it's on the left, right, or both sides, will result in migraine in the affected areas. The second one is caused in part by the falling forward of the neck, which I call un coup de vautour in French, or a vulture's neck, and the internal rotation of the shoulders. These creates 2 dangerous spaces for your nerves. The first one is under the scalens, which can compress most of your brachialis plexus, aka your arm's nerves, resulting in pain going from the neck all the way to the thumb. The second one is right under the small pectoral, which can compress your musculocutaneous nerve, aka your biceps nerve, resulting in pain in that area. Being in the arms, let's not forget the carpal tunnel syndrome, where having the forearm in a constant internal rotation results in the compression of your medium nerve, and you may feel some tingling and pain in the fingers. Now, let's talk about the sciatica. You probably know someone who suffered from a sciatica problem. They probably told you that the pain started in the lumbar area, the glutes area, and could go down all the way to the foot. A bad posture can trigger the sciatica because of the piriformis. So no, it's not a Harry Potter spell. The piriformis is a muscle deep in the glutes, which is responsible for the external rotation of the hips. This happens often when the seat is not well adjusted, resulting in your hips being constantly open in an outside rotation. So here were the three most common neuralgias as a result of bad posture. As you can guess, the main objective will be to stretch those muscles to be able to free up the nerve. Speaking of stretching, time to go back to Haley, who's going to show you a full body stretching routine. Back to you, Haley.
So we've created a PDF for you guys, as you can see on the screen. You're welcome to download it, keep it on your desktop, or print it out, put it at your workstation. Ideally, it would be great if you could get up from your desk at least once every hour during a work day. This whole stretching series is going to take you less than 10 minutes, and it's going to make you feel really great afterwards. We've also put a QR code on the PDF, so if you want a refresher on how to do any of the stretches, you can always scan the code and it's going to link you right to this video. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to set up for the stretches, make sure you're doing them properly. You can do them each for 20 seconds. Try as best as you can to do once per hour, and it's going to feel really good by the end of the day. So I'm going to show you first how to stretch your glutes. So you're going to take your ankle, put it over top of your knee to create kind of a 90-degree here. And then I'm going to lean forward, but make sure that I'm leaning forward with my belly button first and not just hunched over like this. So I lean forward and you're going to feel a stretch all the way along your glute here. I'll show you from the front as well. So leaning forward. Hold this for 20 seconds and of course switch sides. Next exercise, I'll show you from the side. It's for your upper back and your neck as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the front of your chair, and then I'm going to actually arch my back. So arch up as I fold forward, and you're going to really feel this in your upper back. And you can hold that for 20 seconds. Next up, we're going to focus on our side as well as our neck. So you're going to take the palm of one of your hands and actually sit on it. Make sure your shoulder is back and in place. You're going to take your other hand, put it on the side of your head, and pull gently away. So you're trying to get your ear close to your shoulder, but since it's your neck, do everything very carefully, okay? So don't try to overextend anything, and you should feel a stretch all the way along the side of your neck. It might even go into your arm. That's perfectly okay. And of course, after you do 20 seconds of this side, switch to the other side. So now it's time to stand up, and we're going to work on some standing stretches. So we're going to start with our quads. You've probably seen this before. If you need to grab for balance, grab onto your desk. Take your hand, grab your foot. Make sure that your shoulder, your hip, and your knee are all in a line, okay? What you're going to do is, as much as you can, bring your knee back without arching your back, okay? So stay as straight as you can and bring your knee back, and you should feel a stretch all the way along the front of your leg here. So hold this here, and then of course switch sides. So now we're going to stretch the calf. So I'll turn to the side again for you guys. Bring one leg back. Keep your heel on the ground. You're going to want to make sure your hip, your knee, your ankle are all in a line here. You're going to simply lean forward at the hip, and you should feel a stretch in the upper part of your calf. You're going to hold this here for 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, simply bend your knee a little bit, keeping the heel on the ground, and you're going to feel a stretch more lower down in your calf towards your Achilles. Hold this for 20 seconds and then do the same 2 exercises on the other side. Now we're going to move on to the forearms. So similar to the calves, there's going to be 2 parts to each side. So you're going to take your hand and pull back on your fingers. Again, here you want wrist, elbow, shoulder all aligned as you pull. You're going to hold this for 20 seconds. Then afterwards, again, you're going to bend the arm, bringing it in, and you should feel this stretch closer to your hand in your forearms. So you're going to hold that for 20 seconds. Then, of course, switch sides. Do the same thing, the 2 exercises on this side. Next up, we're going to stretch the chest, a little bit of the biceps. So you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back here. You're going to really pull down. So you want to externally rotate the shoulders, pull down as if someone is pulling your hands towards the ground, and it's going to really open your chest here. Okay, hold this for 20 seconds and take some deep breaths as well. There you go. So final exercise, we're going to stretch out the lats, so the side here. So again, you're going to want to interlace your fingers, pushing up, keep your shoulders down, okay? And then you're gonna lean to one side. So I'm leaning over. Make sure you're leaning straight so I'm not bending forward or bending backwards. I'm straight to the side as I lean, and you should feel a really good stretch all the way along here. I'll show you once more from the front as I lean to the side. Hold that for 20 seconds, deep breathing, and then of course, switch sides. Okay everyone, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a lot. Please don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel, and of course share this video to anyone you think that might benefit from all of these stretches and tips. So of course, we'll see you at our next workout, and have a great rest of your day.